Where did you say the pain was?
Right here.
Are you sure?
Of course I am. I know where I hurt.
Well, that's not where you said before.
Well, it's sort of all over. And I've got this terrible headache.
Oh, you didn't mention that before either.
Well, it just came on.
Well, I think it's just indigestion. I'll give you some milk of magnesia.
But the headache.
And some aspirin.
I don't feel well enough to work.
Nonsense. It'll take your mind off it. Here, take these. Right, now report back for work. You'll be fine in a while. Off you go.
OK, Hazel, time's up. Where is it?
I've been trying to raise it, Marg, honest.
Oh, yeah? Put the bite on the sister, did you?
Don't hit me, Marg, please.
Listen, kiddo, you've got till back to cells tonight to get that dough, or don't bother about getting out of bed tomorrow morning.
Oh, Marg, it wasn't even my bet.
Oh, yeah? Subcontracting now, are we? Wait a minute. Race 5. Gerrymander. Kay White asked me about that. Did you put it on for that bitch?
Well, well, Gaffney. Did you get lost? The toilets are up the other end, you know. It's amazing how sound travels along these corridors. I think the governor will be very interested in hearing what I just heard. Come on. Naturally, when I got her in front of Mrs. Davidson, she'd managed to get rid of any of the evidence of her bookmaking activities. But the extortion threat I'd overheard was enough to put her in the pound for a while.
Oh, it was lucky for Hazel you happened by.
It wasn't luck. It was dedication to the job.
Well, that's excellent, Vera. 2 feathers in your cap in one day.
Well, I don't see it like that. 2 of the prison's worst troublemakers have got what they deserve.
I don't suppose a little jailbird whispered in your ear.
Oh, you mean Kay White?
Oh, so that's who it is.
Well, why not? They're a mob of backbiting bitches. Why not use them to our advantage?
Sure. But in White's case, I wonder who's using who. Ah, good morning. Can I help you?
Yes, Detective Inspector Grace. This is Detective Constable Williams. We've come here to see Tracy Morris.
Oh, of course. Well, you'll have to sign on, please. Miss Bennett.
Miss Bennett. We've met before, haven't we? I was out here a few months ago investigating an armed robbery. Joyce Martin?
Oh, yes. Then you would have met Mrs. Jackson.
Yes, probably. Still, we meet so many people. It was your name that rang a bell, though. Oh, well, it's a while ago. I've had a promotion and a transfer. I'm with the drug squad now.
Of course, you've come to see Tracy Morris.
If you don't mind.
Mrs. Jackson, could you show these gentlemen to the interview room? I'll get Morris.
This way, please.
Half the notices on that board happen to be out of date. Would it be asking too much for you to remove them?
Excuse me. I'd like to see my mother, Mrs. Linda Jones.
Are you here on your own?
Yeah.
Well, children aren't admitted without an adult. You shouldn't have been allowed through the gate.
Well, I was, so can't I see her while I'm here?
No, you can't. No, on your way.
I'd like to see someone in charge here.
You're a cheeky little boy.
Let me go, you old bat!
Now get out of here and come back with your father.
Hi. No luck, eh?
Nah, some rotten old bag in there wouldn't even listen to me.
I did warn you were supposed to be accompanied.
Yeah, she said I should bring my father.
Well, can't you?
I can't even remember what my old man looks like.
Well, who looks after you?
I look after myself.
All right, then. Who do you live with?
Me aunt.
Well, there you go, then. Come back with your aunt and you'll be in like Flint.
Thanks for nothing.
Sorry, but it's regulations.
Yeah, regulations. Terrific.
Have you remembered your friend's name yet?
No.
No. Well, Miss Morris, you're being a bit stupid, you know that? I mean, your friend can't be too interested in you if he's prepared to let you take all the risks like this. Have you told your father yet?
No.
No. He's on a business trip. Hong Kong, isn't it? Or at least that's where he's supposed to be.
Have you told him about me?
No. Funny thing, that. See, he's not staying at the hotel where he's supposed to be staying. Tell me, does your friend finance your father's business trips as well?
No, he's got nothing to do with it.
Oh.
Dad has done everything he could for me.
Including giving you addresses of people to see in Thailand.
No, I told you he's got nothing to do with it.
Fair enough. But we'll get the customs boys to keep an eye out for him at the airport, eh? Have you any idea when he comes back?
I don't know. But his secretary might know.
Oh, well, we've asked her. She expected him 2 days ago. All right, Miss Morris, when you decide to be a little bit more cooperative, you can let the officer here know, and she'll let me know. In the meantime, have a happy day. Well, for a sweet young thing that's been led astray, she certainly going to be a hard nut to crack.
Do you really think she didn't know what she was doing?
No doubt about it. We pick up kids all the time who don't know what they're carrying. Offer them a few bucks and an airline ticket and they'll believe anything you tell them.
And do you think her father knew?
It wouldn't surprise me. He runs an import-export business. And a title like that can cover a multitude of sins. You know, one of the biggest rackets we had in Melbourne some 10 months ago was run by a so-called exporter named of George Lucas. George Lucas. Yes, he disappeared without a trace. That's where I've seen your name on his file.
I'd rather not talk about it, if you don't mind.
No. No, I'm sorry. Must have been a pretty nasty experience for you. Wouldn't have looked too good on your file either, would it?
Well, it certainly doesn't help.
You had an assistant governor here then, called Fletcher?
Jim Fletcher. He's still here.
Yeah. Yes, he found the missing money from the armed robbery.
Yes, and he got suspended for his methods.
Yes, but the good marks help erase the bad marks, don't they?
What do you mean?
Well, what I mean is if you were to help me get the information I need from the Morris kid, well, I could put in a favourable report for you, and that may help erase some of your bad marks, Miss Bennett.
You want me to pressure her?
Well, let's just say you could keep your ear to the ground.
I've done this for one of your men before. It didn't do me any good.
I can assure you, Miss Bennett, that a good report from me would help you immensely.
Well, I'll let you know.
Good. You've got my number. And with a face like that, she needs all the help she can get.
What the devil do you think you're doing here, eh? Listen, if you won't tell me your name, I'll have to ring the police and let them deal with you. All right. I've got better things to do than waste my time mucking about with you.
Oh, hi. How did you get back in here?
You know this young fella?
Yes, he was here about 10 minutes ago asking to see his mother. Miss Bennett gave him his marching orders.
Who's your mum?
Linda Jones.
You're Danny.
I might get into trouble, will she? She didn't know I was coming.
No. No, you've caused her quite enough concern by running off when you did. Look, it's against the rules, but I'll let you see her again, just this once. Go and wait in the garden. I'll bring her out to you.
What are you doing back in here? Didn't I tell you that you...
Miss Bennett, I got everything under control.
I've already told him that he's not allowed in without an adult. Why are you trying to make me look like a fool?
You don't need my help for that, Miss Bennett. If you'd taken any interest at all in the prisoner's problems, you'd realise that Jones was worried sick last night because Danny had run off from her sisters.
I can't be expected to follow the personal lives of everyone in here.
No, but one or two would help.
Oh, Danny. Oh, I've been so worried. Where did you go? Why did you run off like that? And your eye.
How did that happen?
Auntie Sheila did it.
Sheila? Oh, she wouldn't. What did you do?